All right, what's up everybody? Joshua Smith here. Thank you so much for watching and checking out this video. So this video is an in-depth explanation of what the 90 Day Mastery Bootcamp is all about. Gives you an idea of exactly what you can expect, what is covered, how the program works, all of that fun stuff. So first off, you might be asking yourself, is this program for me? And this is a question I get all the time, is who is this program for? So this program, you guys, this 90 Day Mastery Bootcamp is for any real estate agent looking to take their business to the next level. It doesn't matter if you're a brand new agent fresh out of school or if you're a team leader closing hundreds of transactions every single year. We've literally had agents, again, that have come through the program that are fresh out of school, that have never sold a piece of real estate, to team leaders selling over 1,000 transactions every single year come through this program and be able to have big success with this program. So this program is for anybody that is serious about taking their real estate business to the next level. So here inside the 90 Day Mastery Bootcamp, what is it and what are we talking about here? So really what I am doing is I am unloading my entire playbook to you. Every single week we're going step by step, all of my systems, all of my processes, everything that I'm doing inside my real estate business to create continued success. So as at the time I'm creating this video, I'm in my 12th year in the real estate industry. I've yet to have a year that hasn't been better than the year previously. So regardless of the marketplace, we've been able to continue to grow my real estate team, and I've been able to exit from the business. So what that means is I no longer personally am in production. I'm not going on listing presentations. I'm not going on buyer presentations. I'm not even recruiting and training agents that join my team anymore. I've been able to develop such a great team, a great leadership team, and put the right systems and processes in place that my real estate team grows without my involvement. So this program is me teaching you how to go from a brand new agent, right, that's just starting out, if that's where you're at, to how to get to the level where I'm at, where you have a business that is paying you income every single day. I get commission checks every single day, and I can't tell you the property address. Right now, I've got a business that's going to give back to me for the rest of my life through systems and processes that we've developed here. So I'm going to walk you through all of my systems and processes. So this is a 90-day mastery bootcamp, meaning there's 12 live sessions. So it's 3 months to go through all of the content. And we do it in this manner because there's so much information that we release every single week to you. And when I say we, me personally, it's me personally showing up to the weekly live calls. It's me personally delivering all this content to you. It's me personally answering all the live Q&A. It's me personally that you're going to have daily access to inside the private Facebook group where I'm answering any of your questions, obstacles, frustrations, right? I don't outsource any of this stuff. So you get access to me. I am here to be your mentor through this experience. So we have 12 weekly live sessions. Each live session averages about 3 hours, right? So we've got about 2 hours to 2.5 hours of in-depth content that I go through. Then we go through a live Q&A, and I stay as late and as long as I need to answer every single question in depth. There's no question that I leave unanswered, and I don't set appointments for after the days that I do the boot camps, so then that I can stay as long as I need to. And I don't care if that's 4 or 5 hours, I stay as long as I need to. So there's not another program that exists in the industry that is more effective, that you get more access to your coach or mentor than you do me inside this program for a more affordable price. It doesn't exist. I don't care if you're spending 60 grand. There's nothing else out there that exists like this. All right, so let me break down to give you an idea, because again, I get a lot of questions as far as what's included, what topics are we hitting on, all of that fun stuff. So the live sessions are all through a live webinar. So everybody jumps on a live webinar. I go through the content. My teaching and training style that I found to be most effective is, all right, everybody, here's what we're talking about. Here's why it's absolutely critical to know this, to be doing this, to understand this. Here's exactly how to do it. Here's exactly how I'm doing it inside my business. And we go through live examples, so we eliminate all the guesswork. Then followed by that, each week you're given homework and implementation steps each week to go out there and take action on. right? So does you no good to take in all this information without implementation. However, implementation can be very, very tough. If you rewind the clocks to when you were in algebra class in high school, it's like the teacher's up there on the board doing all the math, and you're like, oh, I got it, I got this down, right? And then you get home and you jump into the book, and you're like, oh shit, I don't have it, right? But then you're able to go back to your teacher the next day and say, hey, here's where I'm having issues, here's where I'm struggling, can you help me? Well, you have daily access to me inside our private Facebook group. So we have a secret Facebook group. Nobody else can see who's inside the group, where you have access to me. You can ask any questions, and I go in here and I answer every single question in depth every single day to make sure that you have that support that you need. So yes, this is a lot of information. Yes, we go through it very quickly. There's a lot to implement, but I'm here to support you and walk you through every step of the way. So if you've ever had a program that you've been through, or ever went through a coaching experience before, where you struggle with that implementation, and maybe you have a fear right now that you're not going to be able to execute on this stuff, don't allow yourself to cave into that fear. I've created this program in a very specific way, so it's not just great information, right? It allows you to take that information, implement it, and be effective with it through our strategies, because information is not wisdom, right? The only way you gain wisdom is by taking action and applying that information. So my goal is to have all of you become extremely wise inside your real estate business. So we're going to go through my entire playbook, all of my processes, all of my systems, what I do, why I do it, how we do it. Then here's the other cool thing. Yes, these are live sessions, but all the live sessions are recorded, uploaded that same day, and you get lifetime access to all of the recordings, all of the information. So maybe as you're going through, like, oh crap, what did Josh say over here? What should I be doing here? Or maybe we're talking about growing your team and how to hire and how to go out there and hold meetings or whatever that may be, but maybe you're not quite ready yet to start your own team. Well, let's say in 18 months down the road, you're applying this other stuff, you're kicking ass inside your business, and now you're ready to go out there and make those hires. You're able to access this stuff at any point for the rest of your life. So when you first log in here, so I already showed you access to the private Facebook group where you have daily access to me. Then this is the website that you're going to get lifetime access to, right? So there's an intro video that walks you through it, but let's just go through each of these 12 sessions so you can see exactly what's inside and what to expect. So the first week, session number 1, what we cover and what we go through in session number 1 is how to get clarity on your overall life goals. Because we want to reverse engineer this. Once I have clarity on what I want to go out there and create inside my life, I got to get clarity on what I want, or at least what I don't want, then I can start breaking this down. So I walk you through proven strategies that thousands of people have been able to apply and have great success with on how to get clarity on what you want or what you don't want. So then from there, we're able to break that down to your yearly goals, right? And then once we know your yearly goals, then from there we can start creating your business plan. So we start with getting that overall clarity. Then we break that down to a yearly basis. Then from there, we build out your business plan. So inside week number 1, there's 2 types of business plans that we create. We have a business plan that's going to be for team leaders and brokerage owners that are inside production or not inside production. And then we have an individual real estate agent business plan. Both of them we're going to go deep into and make sure that you dial those in. Now, inside business plans, I'm not a huge fan of business plans. Me having a 15-page business plan really doesn't do me any good. The business plan, we keep simplistic, we keep basic, but inside the business plan, what we need to do there is we want to break down the actions that you need to be taking on a yearly basis, a monthly basis, a weekly basis, then to a daily basis, right? So when you're inside this boot camp here, inside this program, by the time you're done with the program, you're going to know from the second your eyes open to the second your eyes close what you must be doing inside your business. There's going to be no guesswork. You're going to know, hey, I've got to generate X amount of leads today. I've got to do X amount of reach outs today. I got to have X amount of conversations. I got to be setting X amount of appointments every single day to be able to make my goal a reality. I'm a huge person that believes in numbers. The path is all in the math inside our businesses, so this is where it starts. So we're going to break all of this down, right? So then from there, also in addition to this, I'm going to walk you through my extreme extremely effective, proven daily planning and daily reflection guide that we are going to go through. So each week, again, we're going to have our 3 hours of live video training up top here. Then here's a copy of the slide deck that we go through, so you always have access to those. We've got your weekly implementation homework steps, then all of our documentation in here. So all of our business plans, all the documentation that we go through is inside here, all of our tracking forms. Then in addition to that, I also give you the live forms that I use inside my team. Also, everything is fully editable. So every checklist, everything I use in my team, you're going to be able to edit it, remove the logos, edit, add yours, so that we make it so simplistic where you don't need to reinvent the wheel here. It's a plug and play system, right? So that gives you an idea of what's happening on week 1. We've got to create the business plan. We got to get you clarity on what you want, so then we can start building out the rest of the roadmap. Then once we get into week two, we go really deep into systems, tracking your processes, how to track your financials, how to track your activities, again, how to develop processes and systems inside our business, which again, I don't want you to stress about. I'm going to give you all of my processes, all of my systems, that way that you can just plug and play. And I'm not saying that my way is the only way. You may discover you've got different methods and different styles that you like to implement in your business. Cool. But I give you everything in such an easy way to be able to tweak and add your own flavor to it and do whatever you want to do there. So we got the video up here that we're going to go through with the live training, then all of the documents in here. So I show you what my team playbook looks like. Again, the slide decks, homework, all of the tracking forms that we go through. So we've got what I call my 8-step life design for success process that I walk you through. So everything from your yearly business plan to your daily planning and review, to your tracking forms. And when we're tracking, you guys, there's multiple things that you want to go out there and track. So we've got your individual agent tracker. So if you're an individual agent tracker, here's what you're going to use. If you're a team leader or a brokerage owner that's inside production, here's what you're going to use. If you're a brokerage or a team leader that's not inside production, here is what you are going to use for that. All of the trackers, all of the forms, all of the formulas, everything has already been created for you. So all you have to do is download it and start plugging in the data. It starts calculating it for you and giving you all those things, again, that you need to know inside your business, which becomes extremely critical. One thing that I'm a huge proponent on also is I've got to know what amount of activity it takes for me to generate a deal, right? So like, let's just say I'm doing Facebook leads. I know with Facebook, 10% of the leads that I generate, we set an appointment with. 76% of the appointments that we set end up being conducted. 26% of the appointment conductions equate to a closing. So that's a 2% overall closing ratio, right? So then I know what my average cost per lead is. So then I know for me, it's $247 per closed transaction. So let's just say I want to go out there and close 12 deals a month from Facebook. Well, then I know, hey, I need to generate 19 leads every single day to make that a reality. And this is what I'm going to walk you through. I know tracking and numbers, all that can be confusing, but don't allow it. There's no need to get yourself concerned with that, because I'm going to walk you through it in such an in-depth manner, and then I give you everything that you need. This has all been created for you. All you have to do is start using it. But inside our business, we also need to know our financials. You hear people talking about profit and loss statements. Well, what does that mean? I've got to know my financials. I got to know what's making me how much money, what my ROI is, where I'm wasting money, and I walk you through that step by step. In addition to that, I need to know what my personal finances are. So I go through my personal finance tracker. Those of you that have teams, I have a recruiting tracker for you. So if you're out there recruiting agents, or if you have a team or a brokerage, we go through all of that with you. So week number 2 is teaching you how to track, what to track, how to create systems, the importance of systems, where we can start with your processes. And again, I give you all my systems and processes, so most people that plug into the program just steal those. Picasso said, good artists copy, great artists steal, right? No need to go out there and reinvent the wheel. This is also part 1 of 3 of database management. right? Because one huge, critical, important system inside of our businesses is our database, is our CRM. So part one of that is inside here. Then week number 3 is all about scheduling, right? So how do I build out a master schedule? How do I be more proactive? How do I get more done in less time? How do I eliminate waste? The average person wastes over 30% of their day in just interruptions. So I'm going to walk you through and teach you how to do that. I'm going to teach you how to eliminate time hacks. I'm going to teach you how to allocate your time. I mean, we have literally had single mothers with a limited schedule that may only have 6 hours a day to go out there and actually be focused on inside the real estate business, apply this, and are going out there making $200,000 plus every single year. So we're walking you through your master schedule, how to develop that, how to create that, how to allocate your time, all that fun stuff. Then from there, once we break these down, because these are kind of the foundational things that we need inside of our business, then we get into more tactical strategy. So week number 4 is teaching you how to create your buyer's manual. So I've got to create my own buyer's manual. Like, what happens? How do I convert I've got a potential buyer on the phone. How do I convert them into an appointment? How do I prep for that appointment? What does that look like? Then from there, how do I go out there and deliver a world-class buyer consultation? So by the time I'm done, I can get them to sign a buyer employment agreement. And then how do I lead the process from there? So week number 4 is all about buyer consultations. One big game changer inside my business is when I learned to treat buyer consultations every bit as important as listing consultations. So we're going to make sure that you're dialed in with your buyer consultation. And then by the time you get done with the training, you should be converting 90% of your buyer consultations into signed, committed buyer clients. Week number 5 is the same thing, but on the listing side. How to go out there and develop your listing manual. So, hey, I got this listing lead on the phone. What do I say to set an appointment? What questions do I ask to get the intel that I need to prep for the appointment? Now I've got the appointment set. How do I prepare for the appointment? How do I go out there and conduct it? How do I knock on the door? How do I tour? How do I develop a rapport? What questions do I ask? How do I present my listing presentation? How do I go out there and overcome common objections like commission objections and things of that nature that come up all the time. So in this week, we're going to walk you through how to deliver and how to create a world-class listing process, listing presentation, and listing process inside here. So we walk you through that, and I show you my listing presentation, go through my touring process with you live, and you're going to find there's a lot of bonus material in here in addition to the live content. So I've got more videos of what it looks like when I knock on the door, how I personally run my own CMAs, how our guarantees work. One thing I walk you guys through is how to create unique selling propositions, so different guarantees that make your phone ring, that help differentiate you from everybody else, pre-list videos, and I give you my listing presentation in editable format. So here's my listing presentation in Keynote and in PowerPoint. Here's how you edit it. Again, all of the forms, all of the documents, all of the processes, checklists, everything I have in my business, I give to you here, and they're all in editable format. So it's nothing that you have to create. You just have to go out there and plug in your logos, make the changes that you want to make, and boom, you are rocking and rolling. Week number 6 is offline lead generation. So we actually have 2 weeks, about 7 total hours, just dedicated into lead generation. Lead generation isn't the most important thing inside of our business, but it's where everything starts. If we don't learn how to get leads, then we don't have leads to follow up with and appointments to conduct and all of that. So this is where the process starts. So I'm going to walk you through and go extremely in depth on training your mind to go out there and become a lead generation machine. So offline is everything that's not done online, right? So we walk you through, we're talking about so many different types of lead sources. So going through expired lead sources, open houses for sell by owners, how to be effective with direct mail when you're doing direct mail campaigns. I'll walk you through even how to get your direct mail paid for through other local vendor partners, when to mail things to, what that looks like, effective flyers, my extremely effective four-sided business cards. Again, as much as I possibly can in here. Almost everything is editable, so you're just able to edit it, plug in your information, rock and roll. All of our expired FSBO and circle prospecting scripts and materials, virtual ISAs. So if you're hiring ISAs to call, let's say, for sell by owners and expireds, what should those scripts be, my personal circle prospecting methods for just listed, just sold campaigns, what our call scripts look like, what our mailers look like. Again, everything's editable for you. We go deep into networking, housewarming parties, sign calls, lots and lots of different strategies here. When the market shifts, one of the reasons that my business has been able to grow year after year, regardless of the marketplace, is because I've done a great job at shifting with the markets. There's no such thing as a good or a bad market. It's whom is it good for, right? So when the market shifts again, when the market corrects again, which it will, we've got to know how to adapt to that. So here's my proven short sell process that kills it. So in the short sell process, I walk you through all the documents, what you need to know, how you deliver a short sell listing presentation, and how that differentiates from a traditional listing presentation, what documents you need, how you negotiate with the bank, and then I give you all of our letters and all of our postcards here, both editable in PowerPoint and Keynote, and then of course samples there. So we cover a lot of great content when it comes to offline lead generation. For online lead generation, how do we go out there and become our own Zillow, become our own Realtor.com, right? So this session is not go buy Zillow leads, go buy Realtor.com leads. Like, you can do that, but here I'm teaching you how to go out there and fish for yourself, to not be reliant on these other companies, and go out there and again fish for yourself, so you're not in that vulnerable position. And social media, of course, especially Facebook, is the juggernaut when it comes to that. So we spent over 3 hours just going through our social media strategies, our social media sphere of influence strategy, free methods to go out there and generate social media leads. And then I spend a ton of time going extremely deep on Facebook paid targeted ads. How do you set up your business page? How do you run effective buyer ads, seller ads, open house ads, just listed, just sold ads? How do you go out there and identify your target audience? How do you split test? How do you use demographics tools, Power Editor, all of this stuff. So again, we spent over 3 hours just on that. And then of course a bunch of different sample ads that are proven inside here. And I'm building these out with you one by one. All our overlays are provided to you that we use in our sphere of influence strategies. A lot of different things that we cover inside online lead generation. So after week 7, at that point, you got your tracking forms built out, you got your master schedule, you know how to focus your time, you've got your business plan, you've got your lead generation areas identified, and you're going to see here once you jump into the boot camp, I'm not like, hey guys, do all of these things. Right? I'm like, hey, let's identify a few. Success is not doing thousands of things. It's identifying a few things and doing those brilliantly thousands of times. So I'm going to walk you through and teach you, hey, what's right for you? Is circle prospecting and working the phones right for you? Is calling expireds right for you? Is doing open houses right for you? Is doing online lead generation right for you? So there's a way based on your strengths and weaknesses to identify what you are going to do and learn to do that brilliantly. Okay, so now week 8, I'm generating all these leads. I've got all these leads in my system. What do I do? How do I follow up? What do I say? What do I do with buyers in my system, sellers in my system, past clients in my system? All of that. So this week I'm following you through and walking you through step by step what to say, when to say it, how to say it, and there's no guesswork, right? So then from there though, in addition to walking you through this, I give you all of my scripts. So these are editable in a Word document, and this is literally day 1, you do this, you say this. Day 2, you send this. Day 3, you send this. You'll see my drip, like my email drip plans, for example. Most of these go out 1,000 days. And it literally just says this day, here's the subject line, here's the body, copy and paste, and these are written for realtors that are all over the United States, all over Canada. It doesn't matter where you are at, they apply to your area. So we're walking through leads that you generate from your own website, third-party leads. So if you do choose to invest with Zillow, Realtor.com, any of those other sources, here's all of those. The difference here, and you're going to see I have 2 different types of plans, optimal and basic. So optimal is, hey, I'm going to jump on the phone, I'm going to make the phone calls, and I'm not afraid of the phone, or I have time to work with the phone. Basic is, hey, I'm too busy to work the phones with my lead follow-up. and or my call reluctance is too hardcore for me to pick up that phone. So we've got effective plans for each of these. So we're walking through these, right? So we've got open house, buyer, seller, nosy neighbor plans, our for sale by owner plans, expired plans that expired leads we've spoken to, expired leads we have not spoken to, our sign calls. We have a general follow-up plan for buyers and sellers. We've got our call tasking drips. So once you identify their goals, how you know when to call them, what time frame to call them, our ISA scripts. We've got tons of sample videos here, samples of monthly video market updates here. All of that is located right inside of this week. So you have those along with your past client follow-up plan for both buyers and sellers, what that looks like. Again, what to say, when you say it, how you say it, all of that is laid out in exactly this week. There is no guesswork to it when it comes to that week. All right, so then now week number 9 is dedicated to working with buyers and sellers. So okay, I got this buyer client, I've got this listing client. How do I go out there and communicate to them? How do I deliver world-class service? All at the same time, not allowing them to control my life and my schedule so I can continue lead generating and doing those things that got me the business in the first place. That's why so many real estate agents have this roller coaster, these roller coaster months. They're really busy lead generating and following up their leads. Then all of a sudden they get super busy with their clients and they start seeing this roller coaster, right? Well, there's no reason for that if you're paying attention and you know what to do. So I'm going to walk you through what to do with buyer and seller clients that are not under contract. How do you work with them? What do you say? How do you communicate? When do you say it? To the point of, okay, once they're under contract, what does that contract to close process look like? So we walk you through that. Walk you through my contract to close process, how we monitor our listings, how we monitor our escrows, and what we do there so you can go out there and deliver world-class service, all at the same time teaching and training your current clients to now start sending you those referrals, and that can lead you into that past client follow-up plan protocol. All right, so then week 10, we get deep into advanced personal leadership. So you're getting really busy inside your business. At some point, the only way to continue succeeding is through delegating tasks, right? So once you get to the point where you're ready to step into a leadership role, the only way to lead others successfully and effectively is to lead yourself at the highest level. The more successful you become, the higher level your self-care must become. So how do you go out there and lead yourself properly? So I'm going to go really deep into advanced personal routines, advanced personal leadership, and also advanced personal self-development. And then in this week also, we cover how to identify partnerships and certain strategies when you're looking to make your first key hires, certain traits that you want to find in those people, certain ways that they complement you to go out there and create that success. So we go really deep in advanced personal leadership. Then from there, we jump into growing your team. Right, so okay, now it's time, you're ready to hire. Well, who do you hire first? How do you hire? How do you place an ad to go find them? Where do you find them? How do you place an ad? What do you say inside that ad? Okay, I got all these resumes. What do I do in the interview process? How does this interview process work? How do I hire them, bring them on, train them, onboard them? How do I pay them? So we go deep into, because there's two different parts when it comes to your team. You're going to be hiring administrative staff, and you're going to be eventually hiring agents. So how do I pay administrative staff? And then how do I hire agents? And how do I structure splits to ensure that my company is profitable, but also at the same time where I'm attracting other agents that want to join my team. We also go deep into how to lead your team, again, training, development, how to hold meetings, how to know when to fire somebody. All of that stuff is inside this week. I've got some advanced recruiting training that we go through. We've got all of our recruiting documents. I've got my recruiting scripts inside here, our quarterly feedback loops and surveys. And inside our recruiting scripts, you guys, these are how do you go out there and generate leads for agents or to generate agents to interview with your team or your brokerage, and then what are the follow-up protocols? What do you do? What do you say? What does that look like? And then we even go into team contracts. I give you my team contracts, so you have your employment contracts into place, your team contracts into place. So here's the cool thing. This stuff costs me thousands of dollars to go out there and create through my attorney to protect myself as far as a team leader. I just give these to you, right? So you don't have to go out there and spend the time, spend the money. You're able to just make the changes that you want to make and know that you you have great agreements in place. And this week, I also give you my entire playbook. Everything's editable that we do inside or that we have here. This is what we do inside my team. This is our team Bible, if you will, right? This is our team playbook on how we execute every little thing inside of our company. So week number 11 is all about growth. Who do you hire? When do you hire? How do you pay them? How do you train them? All of those critical things. Well, if you don't have the proper training, you are going to make big mistakes. And those big mistakes could be absolutely fatal to you and your organization. There's no way to make those mistakes. If you just, there's no reason, right? The only shortcut in life is doing it right the first time. If you can learn from somebody that's done it at a high level, like myself, I'm in the trenches right now with you guys, right? I've done this at a high level. This isn't theory. You're able to learn from the mistakes that I've made and also learn from the successes and implement proven strategy that works inside my business. Week number 12. This is the only one that you don't have immediate access to, but week number 12 is high-level finances, investing, and my last words of advice. You know, right? If I was starting, if I could go back and give myself some pieces of advice when I first started my real estate career, what would those be? And we're going deep into that. Bonus sessions here. Inside the bonus session, I have a 40-page document here that's going over common objections and lead generation questions that we have. We've got a lot of different content in here. I've got a video on weight loss, health, and energy management. The reality is, if you want to go out there and create a big, successful business, you need to pay attention to your energy management. I used to be morbidly obese, almost used to weigh 300 pounds, took off 118 pounds, and have kept it off for over a decade. And I wouldn't be near as successful as I am today if I wasn't intentional about my health and fitness and my energy management. So this may not be for you, but I know a lot of you are struggle with this, right? So here's some great training on that. I have training on how to go out there and create green screen videos, right? So you're going to see that I talk a lot about YouTube. I talk a lot about video content creation. So we brought on a specialist that actually walks you through and teaches you how to create your own green screen videos. I give you all of the scripts that we have to go out there and create some videos. Inside there, we go really deep on that. Our YouTube and video blog strategy, my top recommended books, how to get in or how to increase self-confidence, get into the REO and short sale industry, how to be extremely successful in a seller's market. So there's a lot of content, roughly about 30 hours of content in addition to what we're covering inside these 12 weeks. But again, you guys, we go step by step through every aspect that you need to know, that you need to be implementing to create a successful real estate business, right? And that's what this is about. How do I go out there and create a successful, predictable, duplicatable business that I can continue to go out there and scale? And remember, inside here, yes, it's a lot of information. We are covering a lot of information. This stuff took me 12 years to go out there and learn and master, and I'm unloading it to you over 12 live sessions. But you have daily access to me personally inside the private Facebook group, where you're able to go out there and get the answers that you need. This is not just some, here, let's pull this out of the box training program, right? We're able to make this and adapt this and shift this to anything that you need because you have that daily access to me. And again, there's not a program out there, I don't care what kind of money that you're spending, that has this level of information and proven information. This isn't theory. I'm not some coach that's never sold a piece of real estate. I am in the trenches right now with you in today's marketplace. And I'm teaching you true strategies that crush it, kill it today. And here's the cool part too. At this point now, we've had over 2,000 people that have come through the bootcamp from all over the United States, all over Canada, and countries outside of those, right? We've had agents from Australia, Chile that have come through the program, that have been able to also prove these strategies over and over and over. So again, you guys, there's so much, that's inside this program. I just urge you to jump in. Right, I know that's a lot to ask. It's a lot, big time investment. It is a monetary investment, even though it's the most affordable program that exists out there for what we have to offer. I get that is still an investment. For a lot of you, it's a substantial investment. But I promise you, you will not be disappointed. I will absolutely not let you down. I do everything I can to give you 100% of me, give you all my energy, and make sure to do everything I can that you succeed. But you owe it to yourself to go out there and create the business and the life that you know you want and deserve. When you first got into this industry, you had a vision of what your real estate business was going to look like, what your life was going to look like, right? Don't abandon that vision, right? I mean, you might have the work ethic right now, right? But if you don't have that proven game plan, it's difficult to go out there and create that success that we want. So for those of you that do decide to jump in this program, I'm so excited to be able to learn, grow, succeed, and be able to take our lives to the next level together. Again, thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, we've got a number above where you can call in, ask any questions. We also have our live chat here on the website. That you can ask questions there. Make sure to navigate all over the site. Watch the testimonials. Don't just take it from me. Listen and see the testimonials from other people. Keep scrolling down. You'll be able to see more information on the program. But again, thank you guys so much for watching this program, and I hope to see you inside the boot camp.